Hey everyone, how's it going? Epos here, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about setups, my setups, and I guess my history of setups. And I'm going to keep some gameplay in the background, but there are going to be pictures popping up from time to time to take away from the gameplay, so it won't be a very important gameplay, I'll tell you that much. Chu actually pointed out that my setup's constantly changing. I'm always adapting it, always rearranging it, always adjusting it, for no apparent reason. To me, there's a reason, I just want to change it, but overall, to most people, it just seems like I'm redoing my setup for no reason. And that's kind of always been the case. I've always been one to rearrange, reorganize, things like that whenever I feel the need to feel the, I don't know, desire to have something different. My setup's the first thing to do, because, well, I'm a pretty sad person in that I spend most of my time at my desk in front of my computer. Therefore, if something needs to change about my environment, that'll be the first thing I want to change. Now, growing up, I could never really have internet or anything like that in my room. I say that, but when I was really little, we got a Windows 95 Hot Wheels computer, and that was basically the only computer with internet in the house, and that was in my room. But since then, as I've gotten more computers, I've never really, until more recent years, I never really had that great technology. I never had the best of the best. I never had internet in my room until maybe 7th or 8th grade, or even, yeah, probably about then. Maybe a little earlier than that, but about then. And what you're seeing now, if I can't get it up there. Okay. What you're seeing now is a picture of the start of me customizing my own setup. Now granted, it's not the greatest picture, it doesn't show a lot, and it's certainly not the greatest setup, but that's how it started. I had a computer that was given to me by one of my grandparents when they upgraded or something. I had a printer copier thing that my aunt gave me when she upgraded. And then I have the monitor from my Windows 95 Hot Wheels computer. And this was right before I left on a vacation in Florida. I spent an entire night checkerboarding it with whiteout and Sharpie. Now that sounds really like cliche middle schooler or something, or then it probably looks pretty stupid. But at the time, you know, it was my customization. I liked it. And then the chair is a rainbow chair from a bunk bed that I had in my room previously. So, and then the desk, also, sorry, the desk is made from MDF that my dad and I cut out, and then it's held up by file cabinets on each end, and it's just a little L. It was really cool. It was mine. It was something that, you know, that's what started my setup customization, is every bit of it was mine. It was my own. It was customized for me, made by me, pieced together by me. Moving on to other pictures, you're seeing one from kind of a top-down view of my setup as it progressed. I still have the same monitor. Upgraded the computer a bit because at one point I ended up raging that my computer was too slow, so I took like 3 different apart, and at the time I had it in my head that I would combine them somehow. I had no idea what I was doing, but after that experiment, after I killed all 3 computers that I had, since then I've known everything and been perfectly fine with everything there is to know about working inside of a computer. I don't know how that happened, since I clearly didn't know what I was doing then, but it happened. And I got a new office chair, which wasn't that great either, but it was better than the one I had. Like I said, still had the same monitor, got an upgraded computer, which I covered in stickers, got a nice keyboard mouse, set up some things on the desk, and had a shelf over on my right where I kept CDs and things like that. And then we also, although you can't fully see it here, added shelves above the desk, which were pretty cool. Now, this was where, honestly, recently, what got me into this whole discussion was recently I've kind of been missing that computer and that setup to an extent, which seems entirely crazy, because I'm all about the best of the best, the top-notch equipment, at least, you know, things like that, and that computer was a piece of shit. It probably had a, like, 1.8 gigahertz dual-core, no, probably like a single-core processor, and maybe 512 megs of RAM, but that didn't matter. It was mine. It was my mom's friend at work rebuilt it from the scraps of the computers I killed. It had 2 hard drives inside, which was unheard of at the time. It was covered in my stickers. It was mine, and it was hooked up to my monitor. Had everything configured just how I wanted as far as programs, drivers, and everything go. It was just mine, and the entire setup was customized. And like in the video or picture you're seeing now, you can see over on the left a bit, I have all of my game consoles, my 64, my SNES, my GameCube, my PlayStation, all stacked up on shelves and hooked up to a switch, which is hooked up to the TV to the left off the screen of the picture. And everything there was just mine and customized and all like that. And for whatever reason recently, especially at night, I'd been missing this setup. I don't know. It's something about, I guess, just the fact that my setup is all professional looking now and stuff like that, and I keep it as clean as possible. It doesn't have that personal touch or customized feel as the old one did, I guess. And I honestly think it was somewhat like a reach out to my childhood, as in, I mean, sure, I could use the customization option as a reason that I'm reaching back to it, but I think it was also like a reach out to my childhood. That this was, like I said, around 8th grade-ish, maybe, through, it couldn't have been any later than like midway through freshman year, because that's when I got my new computer, which will be in the next picture you see. And I don't know, I guess because times were easier then, there's a lot more responsibilities about to be thrown on myself. I'm going to be moving out soon. I'm starting 2nd year of college at a new college, or university rather. And I guess my brain is just like, lol, I want to be a kid again. I want to be a Toys R Us kid. And it's reaching back to that, because I just kind of could do whatever. I could play games on my computer, play games on my games, hang out in my room, customize it however I want. And I don't really have that now. I certainly spend a lot of time on my computer, and obviously I spend a lot of time playing games. But that's not anywhere near the case as it used to be, and it's certainly not going to be the case in the future quite like it is now. And so I guess I guess my brain was just reaching back to the childhood. And then about midway, like I said, through freshman year, I got a new computer, as you can see in this picture, and got my piano set up. Still kind of having everything stacked on top of each other, and a nice little customized setup with that. It's not quite the same, but it's still somewhat that aspect. And when I found the picture, I was kind of glad to find one with my new computer, because I kind of did it with that one too, but I was still, for whatever reason, missing that old computer. Even though, as Chu actually brought up, if I were to have that computer right now, I'd probably just be raging like crazy, because it, like I said, it was a piece of crap, so I certainly want it nowadays. And then this picture you're seeing, the flood hit our basement, not the Halo flood, but we got a flood in 2009 which wiped out our entire basement with 6 feet of water. And this is, you know, our entertainment setup downstairs, covered in just quite literally shit, probably, from the water. And so that's when things started changing a bit. When we got a new Xbox, I kept it in my room because we didn't have the basement set up yet, and so I wanted it to game on my own. I got a PS3, things like that. And that's when my setup really just started changing to be about how it is now. And then these pictures kind of show as we redid my room, which was the most major change we've probably ever done, because we moved my bed over to the corner where the desk was, and we extended my desk, moved it into the corner where the bed was, and I've kept all my screens together and things like that. And honestly, it's probably the most drastic change I've ever made in my room. And that's how it is at the moment, except for my TV's hanging, but other than that, that's about how it is. I don't know. My setups. I love my setups. I love changing my setups. I just love customization. I love, to an extent, making things my own and being able to do so. And it almost seems like with certain new technology, as far as the hardware end goes, you can't really do that, because it just seems taboo to put stickers on things. Like, I remember I have some Gears of War 3 stickers that came with my copy of Gears of War 3 that I put on my TV, and it was just so nerve-wracking to have put it on my TV this time. But, and stickers on my computer, stickers on my monitor, anything like that. And before, it wouldn't be a big deal. Now, granted, that could have been me being a kid and not giving a shit back then, or it could just be that it seems like it's that taboo nowadays. I don't know. But enough of me. Thank you for watching, guys. Like I said, my name is EposVox, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe. See ya.